Hello everyone and welcome back to another Big Ambitions video. Today we're gonna continue our expansion and check out the gift store. And without any further ado, let's dive right into it. As always, our trusted market insider tool comes to our help, and in this case we will filter by demand. As you can see, the demand for cheap gifts is high, as well as cupcakes, expensive gifts and donuts. With that in mind, you know I like to put a little bit of a twist on my stores, so we're gonna do the same here. We're not just gonna sell cheap and expensive gifts, but we're also going to jump on the demand train and include the donuts and the cupcakes as well. Perhaps some coffee too, we shall see. Regarding the property we're gonna rent, is this one behind me. A lovely 1,000 square meters building located in Midtown with a good 44 traffic index and a max capacity of 75 customers. For the name, I've used the logical part of my brain and came up with gift ideas, because if someone was to look this up, our shop would come up. See? Smart. For the logo, I'm feeling a bit Christmassy and will choose red with a nice bold font. Now with this task completed, I went ahead and scheduled a few deliveries for our gift shop. For this type of store, you don't need many things. The main item here is the rounded shelf which is needed to display the gifts, and other than that, you have the basics: cashiers, storage shelves, cleaning cupboards, etc. But for our stores, we usually want the best. Therefore, I went with some speakers as well, security cameras, the bakery showcases for our donuts and cupcakes, a couple of trash bins, and some decorative items to bring the shop to life and make it more welcoming. The design for this shop will be relatively simple, offering a welcoming look as mentioned before. We want our customers to see the products as soon as they step through the door, so the main area of the shop will be covered in rounded shelves stocked with cheap and expensive gifts. We also want our customers to walk through the store, so to accomplish this we will put our tills at the opposite side of the entrance. That way they will walk at least 2 times through the entire length of our shop before exiting. Once when they arrive, where they will browse through until they reach the cashiers, and once again when they exit, giving them the opportunity to subconsciously have another look at the items and perhaps make another purchase. Of course, this logic doesn't yet apply to the game, but this is how the real world is set, so why not apply it here, right? Moving on to the design, on the sides of the shop we're gonna place a few sofas complemented by a couple of coffee tables. And we're going to create a more intimate setting by placing a few large decorative planter boxes next to the sofas, separating the cashiers from them. The rounded shelves are going to be placed in a bit of a random fashion, scattered throughout the shop, and we're going to assign cheap gifts toward the entrance of the shop, with more expensive ones next to the till. This is also a bit of a psychological trick done by large stores. Placing the most expensive items towards the till makes it easy for the customer to just buy it, rather than going all the way back to the entrance. The walls and ceilings of the shop will be kept cozy, clean, but also exciting. So on the middle of the floor we're going to set almost like a red carpet, directing our customers towards the till, while the rest of the shop will be painted in a neutral color. Next to the tills we'll place the bakery showcases and a couple of trash bins. And lastly, we cannot forget about security, and for this we will use 12 dome security cameras to cover the entire shop floor, as well as a couple of security guards and security panels for the doors. For efficiency purposes, I chose to have this shop open for only 14 hours per day. The logic behind is simple. This is a gift shop, and chances are that customers are not going to buy from us at 2 o'clock in the morning. However, there might be a few people that are getting some last minute gifts, so with that in mind, we will open at 8 AM and close at 10 PM. We have 4 cashiers in total, so to cover the entire shift, we'll need 8 people working at the tills and another extra one for the cleaning station. The pricing strategy for this shop is also very basic. The donuts and cupcakes will be priced within the market price, and we're going to capitalize on our main products, the cheap and expensive gifts. After a bit of trial and error, I realized that the best prices for our main products is $29.99 for the cheap gift and $49.99 for the expensive version. And this is the final result. Our opening day was very successful and we had customers roaming around the entire shop floor. As you can see on the screen, our customers are extremely pleased with our customer service level and will definitely return to us. This would not have been possible on day 1 of the opening without the massive help of our headhunter. If you're not aware, the headhunter was added as part of the recent update 0.3, and his job is basically to be a customizable recruiting agent. For this store, I went ahead and asked to have recruited only candidates with skill levels between 95 and 100% that were happy to work full-time shifts only and had no complaints regarding morning, afternoon or night shifts. This way, I managed to compile a very specific candidates pool and reach the maximum potential from day 1. Last but not least, here are some quick stats a few days after the opening. As you can see, the shop is making a little over 22k on average, while reaching almost its maximum capacity of customers per hour. Looking at the graph, I was pretty much spot on my assumption. There is nobody coming into our store in the early hours of the day, and most of them come in after 5 PM, while demand drops off just before our closing time. Our metrics are also close to perfect while having no help from marketing yet. In terms of pricing strategy, as I mentioned before, after a little bit of trial and error, these were the best prices that kept our customers at 100%. The main stars of the show are the cheap and expensive gifts, while donuts and cupcakes provide a nice ancillary revenue stream. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the creation of our first gift shop, and if you have any suggestions for future videos, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.